I'm Tim, welcome to the Restoration Couple. This week we're going to do a couple of videos on the wood burner. Now I know it's nearly summer, but I thought there's a couple of kind of key bits that quite often we get questions about that are worth covering in some videos. So the first thing I thought I'd mention is what we're burning. Now we generate a little bit of our own firewood from kind of offcuts from the workshop, things like old floorboards and joists that are not good enough to be kept when we did the renovation, but they were kind of pure wood, they weren't treated or painted. We've kept all those back. And then when it comes to firewood itself, we've got a little bit from our garden, but very small amount. So we do buy in our logs. So for a year or so we bought just normal seasoned hardwood logs, and obviously hardwood is going to be better because you get more heat, longer burn, but a slight premium over the softwood. However, this year, the winter that's just passed, we switched to kiln dried wood. So kiln dried wood doesn't look any different from any other log, I guess. It sounds different when you get it delivered and it's tipped on the driveway. They clink together, and you can immediately tell that they're nice and dry. But apart from that, you don't really notice anything different until you burn them. Now we've got a moisture meter which we use for our own firewood, and if you test these, they're about 10%, which is pretty low for firewood, give or take maybe 5%. But I think the worst thing you can do if you go to the expense of buying really good kiln dried wood is to then stack it in a log store outside, because even if it's out of the rain, it's still got the damp air and things like that, and I'm pretty sure that it'll actually go up in humidity. I might be wrong, but for us, we only ever order one load at a time because we know we can stack a load inside. We've got enough space for that. They sit inside the old fireplace and in front, and if needs be, some go in the cellar. But even down there, I think, they could end up absorbing moisture. They're that dry. So that's kind of the key. If you're going to buy them, keep them dry. So just a quick video really, but I thought I'd prove to you that these really do burn well and burn like rocket fuel. They burn hotter, and in the pizza oven this year, in the summer, we'll definitely be using these. But partly out of laziness from not chopping any kindling up, but also because there really isn't a need, we can quite easily on our fire, just with newspaper and logs this size, start our fire. So I'm going to try and prove that now. So the kids are in bed, so we'll move our Fireguard out the way. And that's another thing we get asked about, so if you do want the link to that Fireguard, which is really good, we will put it below in the description. So it needs a bit of a clean out in here, but it'll be absolutely fine for tonight. Now this might not work on every stove. The stove lights very, very easily, very well, and we've got a great drawer on our chimney. So you probably do need kindling, and we have got some in the bucket here. So this is more of an experiment and just to kind of prove that this wood is the business. So they're I'd say these are kind of medium size. And then there's a few kind of bigger ones here. I mean, I think that's walnut by the look of it, but that's, really, really solid hardwood log, and that's going to burn for a long time. Now it's already 8:30 in the evening, so I'm not going to put more than 3 on there. But usually this fire, we just literally light it, shut the door and forget about it. I normally leave that open, just that door, just slightly ajar to get it going for the first minute or so. And because we're a multi-fuel stove, we've kind of got the grate, so we've got the vent underneath. We leave that open again, just until the fire's going. Then we close that up and just use the top vent, which is how you want to use it for burning wood. So quite often if you put some logs in there from outside, you can hear them hissing away as they kind of release any moisture in there. But you can see it is literally like rocket fuel, this stuff. So I'm gonna close down this vent already. I think we're 40 seconds in now. you can see that that newspaper's burnt away, and we're definitely burning logs now with no kindling. So I'll close that vent down now slightly. I mean, we're about 3 minutes into the burn, but everything's burning nicely. So that just shows you that good quality wood is the way to go. And there is, you know, what extra you do pay, you probably see in return, because it will generate much more heat and certainly light a lot quicker. And you might even save on kindling. There you go, there's a little look at what we're burning on our stove. One thing to mention though is, if you can find someone kiln drying wood near you, or at least in the UK, then it's definitely better than the online option of buying kind of crates of kiln dried ash or beech or whatever, which has been trekked all the way across Europe. And if you're trying to burn a renewable fuel, it's obviously better to burn something local to you. Otherwise it's a little bit contradictory. But we are fortunate to have, like I said, a local supplier to us, and I'll put a link to them below, just in case anyone's in the Bath, Bristol area that might want to get hold of some. So if you want to check out any more of our videos in relation to the wood burner and everything to do with it, I will put a playlist at the end of this video, so you can click on that link and follow it through. But we did cover the install of this, how we picked this stove, and a few other bits and bobs. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.